everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let's go ahead and jump on into the forecast for the collective. Yes, it does say that it is for May of 2023. However, like I'm always letting you guys know, but if you're new here, even though it says it's for May of 2023, if you come across this at a different time, no matter what week, month, day, or year you are in, the messages can still apply. What I mean by that is you can treat it like a pick a card, for example, which means you go down into the description box and look at the timestamps and you pick what you're drawn to if you feel called to do that. Or, for example, if you are in another month, whatever week you are in, you go down and you click on the timestamp of the week of that week below. So for example, if you are seeing this forecast and it's December, if you're in week 3 of December, click on week 3 in the description box if you feel called to go about it that way. Or you can just click on the general message for the month, and if you feel called to do that, then it can apply, or something in there that you may need to hear for you during whatever your month you're in, even if it's not May. But you can also, again, like I said, use this for May of 2023 or whenever you come across it. So let's get started. Today I am working with the Native American Tarot, the Vision Quest Tarot, also a Native American inspired deck, working with the Earth Warriors Oracle, and 2 decks that I created. I put them too far away from me. Okay, got it. The Archer's Love Oracle deck, 2nd edition. Both sides are holographic. And the Archer's Career deck, holographic on one side. Archer is my maiden name, and so if you're interested in either of these, the information on where you can go to get it, as well as where you can go to book a personal reading with me, will be down below in the description, because this is, of course, a collective reading. So take whatever resonates with you and release what doesn't. And Lula is taking a nap right here, so if she wakes up, y'all know by now that's a thing that could happen. So if you're someone, I don't know if she will wake up or not, but if you are someone who is distracted by baby noises, then what can I say? Working mom. All right. So let's jump on in. Let's start off with the Vision Quest Tarot first. I'm gonna do the general reading for the month and then look into each week. Okay, and so the first message for the month is the 5 of Earth, 5 of Pentacles energy, and the highlighted message is insecurity. So in May, which makes sense, May is a month 5. 5 in numerology has an energy of change. And whenever there's change happening, whether it's good change, whether it's perceived as positive change or perceived as negative change, change can bring about insecurity. So whether it's you dealing with insecurity within yourself, or whether it's other people around you dealing with their insecurities, May can bring the energy of insecurities bubbling up to the surface. Also feelings of lack or loss. Maybe for some people, maybe you're healing that. Maybe you're in the middle of it and it's kind of overwhelming you. For others, maybe you're coming out of it and recovering from it. However it resonates with you, whether it's you going through it or the people around you, either way, that energy is being felt. And it's also a time, I feel, of remembering that what's for you is for you. So if something is not working out for you, if someone is leaving your life, whatever is lost, what's for you is for you. So if it leaves, if it's lost, then it wasn't for you at the end of the day. So it's time to let it go. There may be some of you dealing with some grief work, but for the most part, I think when it comes to those of you that are dealing with that, is just remembering that change is going to happen. We can't fight change. We can't resist change. Change is inevitable. For some reason, coming to mind is a scene from Boy Meets World. You guys know by now, if you watch my channel, that sometimes my gift works in songs or clips of movies or shows and things like that. And right now I'm seeing a scene from Boy Meets World where Corey was trying so hard to get everyone and everything to stay the same, but the change was happening around him regardless. Don't be like Corey. You have to allow change to happen. And for some of you, I'm also really feeling like this concept of getting older is really affecting you, whether it's you getting older, whether it's seeing the people around you getting older, whether it's seeing your parents or a loved one's age, whether it's seeing your children get older. It's some of that is coming through too. And what Spirit wants you to know is that you're not losing anything, you're gaining a new beginning with these next chapters. And even though it's tough, even though it's hard, this is the cycle of life and it happens to all of us. So if anything, just know that you're not alone, and maybe you need to find someone to talk to or an outlet or something like that. Also, I'm getting an energy of like money in, money out vibe. Money is constantly flowing. That's what it's meant to do. It flows in, it flows out. So dealing with that change as well is a concept coming up for May. Let's see what else is coming through. Let's go ahead and look into this message. General message for the collective for May, or whatever month, whatever time they come across it. Maybe get something from this. Truth be told. Around a birthday. So again, take what resonates, release what doesn't. This is going to be a general message. For some of you, this is some significant change, some significant breakthrough or clarity or event that happens around a birthday. It could be your birthday, it could be somebody else's birthday, or it could be more of a birthday in terms of something new being created, something new being launched, a new idea being birthed. Take what resonates, release what doesn't. Or again, you may need to let the month play out and then reflect back and see how that came to fruition for you. But something significant happening around a birthday. Whether that feels like a positive thing or a negative thing in the moment will be different things for different people, but either way, it's for the highest good. Kind of like what we've already discussed in the beginning of things. So what I mean by that is, maybe for some of you, it's going to feel really good in the moment. For others of you, it may feel good later, or you may understand the reason for it later, or see the blessing in it later. Let's go ahead and jump on over to this. Uncertainty. So this makes sense. And look, so this makes sense with the vibe of change we were already talking about. Either you or someone else in your life, or a combination of both, there's a feeling of uncertainty that is happening, and you're not meant to know all the answers just yet anyway, because again, this change that's happening is a growing process. So kind of think of it like growing pains. The direction that you're heading after is going to also depend upon the choices that you do make and how you handle those choices and decisions that either you or someone else is making. So when making the choices, just remember, try to remember at least, or try to look at the bigger picture. It's not a time to react out of pettiness or shadiness. If you feel a certain way about something, that's fine. But will your reaction to it serve you in the bigger picture? And think about it that way. Because sometimes it's best to kind of let the ancestors take care and handle some of the tougher situations, if that makes sense. However that resonates with you. Let's go ahead and see what else is going on with the Native American Tarot. Some of you need to fall back in love with magic again. Whoever needed to hear that. And the Queen of Chalices, also known as the Queen of Cups, is coming through. So a lot of you are really feeling a need to fiercely protect something, whether it's protecting your energy, whether it's protecting something you've worked for, whether it's protecting your integrity, your reputation, whether it's protecting a loved one. There's this energy of fierce protection coming through. Mama bear energy. Whether you identify, however you identify, doesn't matter. It's more of that mama bear energy coming through, or maybe papa bear energy coming through. That vibe is coming up. Spirit is saying the claws are out. So some people are trying to dig into you, and like I said, for some of you, you may be feeling like you have to protect something for that reason, or the claws are out. And with all that being said, though, there's this energy is coming from a place of love. It's stemming from a source of love, actually. The love you poured into something, the love for someone else. Hi, baby, you're up now. She would wake up at this part. But it's coming from a place of love. So if someone has their claws out towards you, try not to take everything so personal, because they may be feeling some sort of trigger or fear on the back end of things, and they are just almost like instinctually acting. So I feel that acting from that protective space. And for some of you, it's the other way around. You are the one acting from that protective place. So it may come down to a point of having some heart-to-heart conversations to clear up something at some point during the month. Needing to trust your instincts as well. Trust your intuition, trust that guidance. And also don't keep putting yourself in situations that hurt you or are dangerous in any level, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever it is. Whoever needs to hear that needs to hear that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get another message, general message for the month, and then we'll get into each week. Okay, Medicine of the Butterfly Kachina, and written on the card is the guide who is with us with that message. And I don't want to mispronounce it, that's why I'm saying that. So it's still emphasizing that message of change that is coming, change that is inevitable, but it's a remedy to something. It's healing something, this change. It's needed. So don't fight it. And like I was saying before, this is kind of just confirming what I was saying before, that it ends up being something beautiful and transformative at the end of it all, because energy just changes form. Energy is meant to change form. It's meant to transform. It's meant to evolve. I feel a lot of heightened awareness coming through. I feel a lot of clarity. I feel a lot of needing to look within for answers. And a lot of you may be going through periods of loneliness off and on, or feeling alone, or like you got to do it all on your own off and on. Because think of how a butterfly goes through their transformation. They go into the chrysalis and it's dark in there, so you may have times of darkness, and it's something that they have to do all on their own. Nobody else can do it for them. So take that as a symbolic message as well. And also, fun fact, I just want to throw this in there, I learned that there's no such thing as a butterfly cocoon. All my life, I'm sure I'm not the only one, we've heard about butterfly cocoon. There's no butterfly cocoon. It's a chrysalis. Moths have cocoons though, certain moths. But yeah, fun fact. All right, so now let's get into each week. Hi, baby. All right, so week 1 of the month, there's a vibe about emotional online activity. So whether it's you feeling emotional and putting things out there online, or looking at something that makes you emotional, or whether you're seeing others do that, I feel like there's a vibe of emotional online activity and just being mindful of that. Some of you may see or read something that really triggers emotions within you. Positive or negative, I don't know. I'm just feeling a lot of heightened emotion. For others of you, this is a message, take this as a message to be more selective about what you're spending your time doing online or putting out online, because it can bring about emotions. And also others of you are losing yourself too much spending time online. Like, in other words, there are moments that you could be connecting with loved ones or other people, but you're getting caught scrolling too much, and it's literally taking time away from your life. That doesn't mean that's okay, not okay to do sometimes, but if this part is resonating with you, then you are someone that maybe you're doing too much of that lately. So that's the message that's coming through. But I'm also picking up that if you are someone who's been looking for some opportunity or some sort of recognition or feeling appreciated, I feel like there's some sort of communication coming through in the online world that is also bringing in great rewards. So great things coming, but I heard great rewards, so through my clairaudience. So go ahead and use this time to do research, look for opportunities. And like I said, for others of you, this may be some sort of accolade or something that's coming through for what you've already been doing. And they're saying it's happening within weeks to come. And we also have Ace of Chalices, Ace of Cups. This is that emotional energy that's really strong within week 1. And I really feel like, again, this concept of transformation. We have a snake here. Yes, baby. So snakes shed skin. So a lot of you are shedding old skin, old ways of doing things, and going through this rebirth, transformative process. For others of you, this is also a time to be more mindful of maybe when you can be behaving in kind of more of a sneaky, secretive energy. Maybe you need to be more forthcoming. And for, hi, happy girl. And for others of you, this could also be a message to be mindful of the snakes in the grass, the people that may be lurking and watching from a distance and not really having your best interest in mind. Like, this could even be people that smile in your face, but you feel something's off and your emotions feel triggered. Trust that feeling. Trust your nervous system. Trust your emotions. So again, good or bad, take what resonates with you when the time comes. Maybe this is something you will reflect back on later. We also have the Ace of Earth, aka the Ace of Pentacles. So the crops that you have been planting, symbolically, metaphorically speaking, are beginning to grow. They're just breaking through the soil is what I'm seeing. So they may not be ready for you to eat yet or consume yet, symbolically and metaphorically speaking, but they are growing, they are manifesting. So in other words, for some of you, this is a concept or idea of wealth. For some of you, this is health stuff. For some of you, again, I'm not speaking on anyone specifically, general reading, but for some of you, this is feeling taken care of, feeling supported, feeling like somebody's got your backs, things that last and are sustainable. This is an energy of like those things just beginning to break through the surface, or seeing some evidence of it or feelings of it, even if you don't have it all just yet. But it's coming. It feels like a breakthrough. And then we also have for week 1 the precious and rare as a message coming through. And the guide with us in week 1 is written there on the card. I don't want to mispronounce that name, but we have also a message of 30. And remember, zeros just amplify the message of the number around it. Works as a portal energy or a womb space. And so 3, creation. I feel it's about creation, community, support, heart-to-heart conversations, all of these things coming through. Yeah, baby. And these precious, why can't I say that word? Precious and rare moments. Precious and rare connections. Precious and rare unique talents, abilities, gifts coming through are being emphasized, noticed, felt, and seen during week 1. For some of you, this is within yourself. For some of you, you're recognizing it in others, and maybe it's all of that. But I really feel like this is kind of also going back to what I was talking about too, about being distracted by things and missing emotional moments or connecting with people. I really feel like there's a need to honor and appreciate precious and rare moments because they are passing. So maybe you're reflecting back on some, and maybe you're creating new ones. Maybe it's all of that, but needing to appreciate the precious and rare moments, right, baby? Yes. Let's look at week 2. We have the message of death. So this is an energy, again, a transformation and rebirth happening. Some of you are grieving what is being left behind. Some of you are going through some grief work and processing things. Some of you really just feel like you need some alone time. And a lot of you are going through an ego death of some kind, or a death of an old perspective, habit, or behavior that needs to be let go as well in week 2. So a lot of you are beginning to see that maybe you don't know it all, maybe you don't have all the answers. Something that may humble you may be happening during this time, or maybe just happened, or maybe it's on the way. Either way, just remember that in life, there's ups and downs, highs and lows, cycles and rhythms. So there's going to be moments where you're on top, and there's going to be moments that humble you. And so during those times, it's all contributing to a rebirth process that has to happen with this, again, this, what's the word I'm looking for? This theme of change. We also have red flags coming up in week 2. So pay attention to the red flags, the cautions, the moving with caution energy. Red flags are there for a reason, to help you digest something. Digest might not be the right word. To help you take in something and reevaluate. There we go. Pay attention to red flags. Connect with your spiritual or psychic path. Whether, I feel like that's needing to do that within yourself, but as well as some of you may also be looking to others for some guidance as well, whether it's seeing this video or getting other videos or getting a reading. Maybe it's a book, maybe it's you doing your cards or other forms of divination, things like that. We also have 7 of Fire, aka 7 of Wands, the message of endurance. Spirit wants you to keep going. You've been through tough times, but now is not the time to back down. Now is the time to stick to your guns, as they say. Now is the time to stick to your standards, raise your standards, know your boundaries, know your limits, be clear about that, speak those to yourself and others. And like I'm seeing like a fence. So Exactly. So for some of you, this is more of like a symbolic fence of beginning to keep out, creating a barrier between yourself and the things that you don't want getting close to you anymore or affecting you anymore. Again, protective energy is coming through. But again, understanding and knowing that you got to keep going, because change is going to keep happening. You got to keep changing. You got to keep evolving. Again, another movie reference that's coming through. If you've seen World War Z, maybe there's a theme of zombies coming up for some reason. But in World War Z, there was a part where they mentioned that most of the time, those that keep moving and changing their environment are the ones that survive. Keep that in mind. Hopefully it's more metaphor and symbolic than anything literal, but you never know these days. All right. Nope, not speaking that. Nope, it's symbolic. Claim it. Okay. All right. And the next message is nourishment of the soul. And the guide that is with us, written on the top on the card. So week 2, all about nourishing your spirit, nourishing your soul. Maybe it's also learning new ways to connect with your spirituality, or getting back to old ways that you connected to your spirituality before. Remember earlier I got a message of some of you need to fall back in love with magic. That is really heavy on that in week 2. Going into week 3, we have temperance. Some of us are dealing with the concept of patience, needing to have patience, needing to trust divine timing, knowing that everything is not on our timing, but also maybe also respecting other people's time as well. Needing other people's time needing to be respected as well, whether that's you being upfront with people about you needing your time respected, or vice versa, you needing to respect other people's time. That is coming through. Some of you need to just be still. You see these 2 people lying here. Some of you just need to be still. Maybe you just want to have a Netflix and chill vibe at home with your loved ones. That doesn't always have to be more on the sensual side. It could just be literally just chilling, being low key. But hey, if you want to partake in that sensual side as well with someone you care about, that's cool too. But it could just be, even if it's more of like a family wholesome kind of a thing, watching Disney movies or something, I don't know. But it's also time to just replenish your own cup. And also another way that I'm viewing this, yes, baby, another way that I'm viewing this message is also caring for others that may need your help. Being there as a support system. Some of you are taking different things, new ideas, new concepts, or trying something new and trying to mix it together to see what works to get more of the effect that you are looking for. Again, trying to find a remedy to something, symbolically or metaphorically speaking, and some of you maybe it's more literal. But we also have week 3, the message of retrograde energy. Things feeling like they're going backwards, a need to slow down, and a need to observe are some of the messages coming through. I can't remember if another planet is still in retrograde during this time, but that could also be affecting things as well. Maybe you want to look into that. But also there's this energy of an amazing opportunity and a new fiery breakthrough that is in the makings. I'm seeing a cauldron through my clairvoyance, so I really feel like something is brewing up. I also feel like there's a need to be very focused as well. Yeah, girl. Very focused with intention, very focused with where you're putting your time, very focused with this idea of passion and drive. Some of you who were lacking motivation before may need to, okay, this is going to be different things for different people. Maybe now you're feeling motivated, or maybe it's coming in waves. Do things when you feel motivated, rest when you need to rest. For some of you, again, it's also an energy of getting back to passions, whether that's a passion in life, a hobby, something you're passionate about. And for others of you, this could also be a mixture of that as well, or getting back to connecting more physically on a physical and intimate level with someone, like bringing back the passion and the romance. What I'm also seeing here is the message of the Sorceress of Light in week 3. And the guide that is with us, I was going to say goddess, but hey, goddess guide that is with us during week 3. I feel like there's a lot of wisdom. And one of the things that I love about owls is they can see things from different angles that other people and animals can't, because they can rotate their head almost all the way around. So you're seeing things from all new angles. It's giving you wisdom and remembering that you are powerful and to stand in the light, to be in the light. Some of you need to release fear of being in the spotlight. Some of you need to release fear. Some of you need to release fear of success. Yes, success comes with responsibility, but you're meant to stand in the light. You're meant to embrace the success. And a lot of you have a lot of energy that's erupting. I'm being drawn to these volcanoes. Now, this could also be a message too of needing to spend more time outdoors with Mother Earth, because she is also going through some change. And in doing that, connecting with all of that, there's this energy of creating change together, if that makes sense. But I also feel like there's a lot of things beginning to erupt and spill over into reality. Hopefully it's good things, but again, for some of you, this could also be just this emotions just kind of spilling out in a passionate way. Maybe somebody's doing that to you. Maybe you're seeing it somewhere online or in your environment. Maybe it's you. But emotions kind of erupting. And this could be good or bad, however it's resonating, but it needs to erupt. And just remember, whatever or however it comes about, or however you handle it, to stand in the light. I really feel like there's a lot of clarity being illuminated, a lot of truth coming out and being illuminated and seen. And it's, again, this idea of wisdom, this idea of seeing things from different perspective and angles, and seeing things from a new bird's eye view, different perspective, higher level, a lot of ascension happening, a lot of spiritual change happening as well. That is coming up, reaching new levels. Let's go into week 4. We do have the 3 of Swords. So some of you may actually be feeling a little bit like as they say, like a chicken with their head cut off, moving around, feeling like you're going about things with a little bit more lack of direction. And that's mostly because maybe something is coming up, whether it's something that's clear to you or something on a more subconscious level, where there's still some disappointment or hurt or loneliness or something like that. Energy is coming through. But at the same time, the best way that I'm feeling from this is that what is being sacrificed has an honorable or greater effect in more of a positive light down the road. Like it's a kind of like a temporary roadblock, temporary detour kind of a vibe. And some of you may be disappointed in what you're seeing in somebody else or hearing from somebody else as well. Some of you may also be a little bit disappointed with maybe something that you said or didn't say in the past. Take what resonates, release what doesn't. And as I say this, she's starting to get fussy. I know, baby, almost done. So continuing with week 4, we have the message of the talking stage. And I also see opportunity coming. So for some of you, this is a message, maybe it's news coming through about an opportunity, one way or the other, whether you're getting it, whether you're not. Remember, what's for you is for you. If it's for you, great. If it's not, don't worry. It just means that something's better coming for you later. For some of you, this is the Spirit saying, take the opportunity to talk to someone. For some of you, the opportunity to get to know someone is coming in. Again, take what resonates with you, release what doesn't. But it is also bringing in new beginning energy. It's bringing in the energy of the unknown. It's bringing in the energy of needing to have faith in the process, live into the answers kind of a thing. Taking a leap of faith kind of a thing, trusting the process kind of a vibe. And the last message for week 4 is Spirit saying, what must be shall be, along with the guide who is with us in week 4. And I'm drawn to the number 7 again right now, because number 7 is this energy of really connecting with spirituality. It's a time of being on the right path. And again, when I say right path, that does not always mean it's the path that was easy. Sometimes the right path for us is going through some of the ups and downs and detours that ultimately gives us new knowledge gained or new experience gained to help us grow and become even better, so that when we get to that success or that destination, or when we finally get what we've been wanting, we don't self-sabotage anymore, because we've learned and we can maintain it. That is coming through. Spirit is also saying, what must be shall be. It's a time to release the things that are beyond your control. It's a time to stop trying to force things to happen. It's a time to surrender to change. A good time to honor our ancestors as well is coming through. Yes, baby. And a good time to show appreciation for what has been to this point, and embracing the new chapter that is coming, even if it looks so different and feels so different than before. So this is what I see for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Some of you watched the whole thing. Some of you listened to each week along the way. Either however you're going about it, comment below what's going on. Like this video, subscribe to my channel if you choose to. And also, if you want to, you could always tip by buying me a coffee. The information on where you can go to do that is down below in the description, and I will talk to you another time. Bye.